When the British came to India, they brought their materialism, and the Indian society, of course, underwent a change. But the other way also, it happened that a lot of Europeans slowly got interested into the way of life that was supported by scriptures, the Indian scriptures. And a lot of English actually got infatuated with the idea of Siddhi. And Siddhis have always been there. Siddhi is a superpower that supposedly you get from your meditation powers by making your Kundalini, your hidden sexual power, go up. And this became a huge temptation for anyone who was feeling insecure. Everyone wanted to get into the world of siddhis, acquire these superpowers, and be better than the others. And when you study the scriptures, most of the scriptures start with the wars between after the creation, including Roman and Greek particularly. Start off with the war between angels and demons, or between gods and titans, or between monsters. Similarly, Indian mythology also has, after creation, war between two sets of brothers, in fact. And it is a war between gods and demons. And a lot of mythical stories, including Ramayana, start off with the demon praying to God Brahma, the creator, and not only praying, but praying in a steadfast manner with fasting, standing on one leg in water. That's one of the ways. So, going through a lot of austerity and continually praying the name of God till the time that God manifests and awards a boon. That is the standard story, which is told in many ways, in different ways for different demons. So the point is that the demons also get their superpowers by praying with austerity. The demons pray to the same God creator, asking for a super boon, and the boon was usually, I do not want to be dying at all. And Brahma would say, that boon is not mine to give. Even when the time comes of transition, even I will dissolve or dissolution, apocalypse, and there will be a new cycle. No one is above these cycles, not even me. So I cannot give you immortality. So the demon would then ask, okay, give me a booth of not being able to be killed by and any other god or any other animal, or and some of the demons, with one of the demons, Ravan, he forgot to, because mankind was so puny, he forgot to mention mankind in the list, and God then was born, incarnated as Rama, as a person in human form, to be able to kill Ravana because of that boon. So these superpowers are real. I have met with various and seen various gurus who did have some sort of a siddhi. The most common being that they could look at you and tell you about your past, present, and sometimes tendencies of the future. But the future is always flexible and it is up to you. But there are people with these superpowers, so they are there. At least one of telepathy, etc. I have seen that. In India, when you go, you can visit such places. You can even find a guru, not a tourist trap, who might be able to exhibit these. The ones that are there, which are pretty famous, are tourist traps, and I do not know whether they're real or fake. But these siddhis are all based upon making your heart pure and growing towards God. And as a side effect, you will get an intuition. Sometimes I get the intuition, and people will ask me a question, and I'll give them the answer that they need to be hearing. It may be truth, it may not be an objective thing, but it is what the other person needs to be hearing. And at times it is effective. And it was based on my going through the 10 days of Buddhist Vipassana, and then using the Gita exercise of focusing on Om in the center of the heart and head. You also do it, probably something will open up. But it has to be that you evolve towards God, and as a side effect, some evolution or some grace can fall upon you. And grace is always there. If we are alive, there is always grace. Otherwise, we won't be alive. We can live without food, the stomach area, the earth area, without for 3 days. We can live without water. Also, we can live without food for 72 days, it seems, or more. Without water, the second level, like earth, the lowest part of the body, then the water where the stomach is, from where we pee, for 3 days. Then earth, here, the lungs, we can stay for 3 minutes. But above this is the element of fire, which is the grace of God. Not even 3 seconds we can live without that. So the more we go up in the body, the more um, dense or the more subtle the element is. And the subtlest of them is the grace of God, without which there will be no earth, water, fire, earth, water, or air, or even fire. So this grace of God is there in everything and everyone created. We have this experience of life. That means that we have the consciousness. And in this consciousness, we can have a superpower. The ultimate superpower in a human form is of, especially in our times, is the art of having an open and smiling heart, which is spreading love, light, and laughter. That is the superpower. When your heart is open and you see everything as being, and I don't do it, but I strive towards it. And but I do know people who have achieved it. So in their heart, they're able to see everything and everyone, just as the teachings say, as God. And it's a very difficult teaching, because you may be able to say, okay, so everything is God. And then it boils down to everyone is God. And then it boils down to, if everything and everyone is God, then there is really no one that you can be blaming. There is no one to blame. And all the acts, things that you have on, things that you are angry at and sad about, there is no one. It's everything. The universe is an extension of you. You are an extension of the universe. Just because there is a left hand and a right hand doesn't mean that the left hand and the right hand have to destroy each other out. They just balance each other out. Well, each looks the same. They're diametrically opposite. And they may have a difference, the left hand and the right hand, if they only think of themselves as the left hand and right hand. When they see that it is all one, and there's a heart connecting them. And if they destroy the other, they ultimately destroying themselves. There's no anger. Anger and fear can only arise when you have a feeling that there's something outside of you that can hurt you. If everything is inside you, an extension of God, then you have no one to get angry at. Hence, a lot of people on the planet living with judgments and with the anger and the associated adrenaline rush that we get. I've had people who were so angry that their body was decaying. And I told them, if you want to get well, you have to let go of this anger from this time. And one of the ladies who had gone through, but if I let go of my anger at my husband, then how am I going to be living at all? That's my anchor. And of course, she aged very fast. Her own father had always said that when you were doing meditations, your health was better. But anger can also tempt us because it makes us think that someone somewhere is responsible for whatever is happening in our life. And these people mostly who have anger, it's a luxury, and it's the wrong way of thinking. So the ultimate siddhi or superpower is having a smiling heart that sees God in everything and therefore is never angry, is equanimous with the ups and downs of the planet, of your own life, and sees, believes, and has full faith. And the more problematic our times are, the more challenges there in the external world, the more of a superpower it is to be having faith and smile. But all the other superpowers are symbolical and even at times superficial. So most people will be having, oh, I wish I could fly, etc. All these ask for superpowers born out of Marvel comics and other things are a desire to manipulate the world and also to have a validation, which most people, because of their parental issues, I'm angry at my father, my mother, they want a superpower that will counterset and validate their existence. And when we pray, we start to pray with an agenda. I want this, I want that, I want this, I want that. We are going to be praying with an agenda from this Monday. Every Monday for the next 21 weeks, we are going to be praying with the agenda that we are making an offering every Monday for the health of Tatiana, who is just 29. She just turned 29. She was very shy. She doesn't look, she's now bald because of the chemotherapy. But our agenda is that we are offering our fasting, our prayers on that day towards her health. And she has the fourth stage metastasis, which is really, it needs a miracle, and prayers are a miracle. And prayers always help. They change the situation, they help the person, or they make the person more stronger in psychological ways. It works in many different ways, but they work. So the group is going to be praying as much as you can pray on every Monday for the next 21. Treat it like a holy day, which it is. Monday is the day of Shiva, the god of healing, and offer the healing with an agenda that I offer these 21 Mondays of fasting and penance too for the towards the health of Tatiana in Vancouver. Just a week ago turning 29. And have faith. So that is the Siddhi. That is the Siddhi, the power to be having a smiling heart to help others, not about yourself. The moment we start to pray for something for ourselves, we cross the line from becoming a God inside to a demon asking for personal favors. The more we pray for others, the more it works out on in our favor. But in this case, the thing is, we are all like, the more we become an instrument of the universe, the more our lives also gets streamlined, the more blessings we are able to see. They may not, they may all, the blessings are already there, otherwise we won't be alive, as I said. But we'll be able to see our blessings. And if there is any change in your spiritual power that you need, these 21 weeks, when praying for Tatiana, for sure will activate them. It's a side effect. So we're going to be praying. Siddhi is superpower that we get when we are evolving towards God as a side effect. If we aim for them directly, oh, I want this power of, a lot of people come to me, I want this third eye, third eye, third eye. And the intent is, I want to be better, then I want to be investing in the stock market. I will know the past, present, future. No one has it. People can sometimes, with a deep focus, go into a transition, into a trance-like state, and may be able to give you one of the many probabilities of the future. But that's not a guarantee. And there are even psychics who help the police, it seems, in finding dead bodies, etc. And it's a valid, and there are even those who's worked with the CIA to remotely view, etc. And all of it is closing eyes, going deep inside yourself, focusing on that object that you want to find, dissolving yourself, and finding whatever it is, because the universe is in you and you are inside the universe. It works. But most people who focused on certain things like remote viewing or this and that, etc., or I want to be able to manifest or manipulate manipulate other people with my focus, etc., or with my prayers, usually they lost the balance of the mind because you're invading to others. And I've had even cases where people went for third eye and went inside themselves, manifesting, using some technique, and they lost their balance. Some even felt possessed. Oh, wow, when I went into the astral world, I came back and someone else had already taken my body. Now, please help me. So, siddhis, etc., are really there. But focusing on your heart, not hurting anyone, that's the basic law. Not hurting means not imposing your will on others also. Opening your heart, smiling, and becoming an instrument of the universe by feeling the grace through your breathing and your prayer, which is your mantra, flowing through you to others. Let that happen simply and slowly, as just like water, divine rain falling on your head, going via a tube to your heart, and then you're spreading it around. The whole process cleans you up also while you do your self realization of supporting the universe. Some aspect of your personality will be unlocked. You have to do it 1 hour morning and evening if you're really so much into it that you want to expand your spirituality. But you do as much as you can. And spirituality means that always having a positive aspect. So there are cases that I read that some guy was involved in some hit and run, on, or some people beat him up for money. Some tourist guy in somewhere in Brazil or somewhere on the planet, and he was beaten up pretty badly, and he was hit on the head. And then when he awoke, he was speaking multiple languages, and that is a 1 in a billion happenstance. But focus on that if you get hit, and not on that power to focus on that positivity. That is what spiritual strength is about. So we'll start to pray with with the healing mantra and Om Namah Shivaya for Tatiana. And we're going to be doing it formally with post, which means we'll be fasting from this Saturday. Oh, focus on the third eye using the Gita technique, focusing on the third eye and drawing an Om across symbol of God, any symbol of God, but I, as a Hindu, am focusing on Om. You can focus on any symbol of God in the center of your third eye and feel the mantra. Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushti Vardhanam Urvaruknan Mrityur Mukshim Amritam Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushti Vardhanam Urvaruknan Mrityur Mukshim Amritam Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushti Vardhanam Urvaruknan Mrityur Mukshim Amritam. When our intellect is focused in the third eye, which is the center of the forehead, and we have a symbol of God there, our intellectual powers are focused on God, and the divine attributes of God, love, light, and laughter, are activated in our heart, opening our heart. In your heart, we will use the mantra Om Namo Shivaya 108 times for Tatiana. Om, breathe in, let the grace of God be activated from your seventh energy center, which is the Sahasrara, the crown. Om, you draw it in, you suck into the blessings of the universe. Namo, in your heart, you establish a temple, a synagogue, a church, and Shiva, you open the doors of that and dissolve, blessing everything and everyone, especially the people and events that have impacted you in any negative manner. All the time praying for the health of Tatiana. Om Namo Shivaya. Breathe in, sucking in the grace of Lord from the Sahasrara Chakra. Namo in your heart. Shivaya dissolving and sending blessings to everyone, including to Tatiana. Om Namo Shivaya. Om Namo Shivaya. Om Namo. Breathing out as if from the heart. Om Namo Shivaya. 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 Offering to all the ancestors, Tatyana's and ours and everyone's. Om Namo Shivaya, Om Namo Shivaya, Om Namo Shivaya. Offering to your biological mother, Tatyana's biological mother, all the mother energy, all the feminine presence on the planet in creation, including the Mother Earth, and learning from Earth the art of serving others silently. The earth supports without asking, who are you, what you have done. Om Namo Shivaya, Om Namo Shivaya. Offering our prayers flowing from the heart to all the father figures, biological fathers, yours, Tatyana's, all the father figures, all the male presence, including the sun, and learning from sun the art of burning for others unconditionally, spreading smiles while burning. Om Namo Shivaya, Om Namo Shivaya. Burning and sending offerings from your heart to all who have ever hurt you in any way, in any life, because they are teachers who made you spiritual. Om Namo Shivaya. Om Namo Shivaya. Offering to all the seen and unseen angels in all the forms that have supported your creation, in this creation, in any creation. Om Namo Shivaya. Offering gratitude for everything that you have and everything that you don't have. Om Namo Shivaya. Om Namo Shivaya. Om Namo Shivaya. Om Namo Shivaya. Cleaning your kidneys of all fears because you are supported by God directly. Om Namo Shivaya. Removing all anger because everything is you and you are in everything. So everything is a part of you. Om Namo Shivaya. creating and establishing a temple of God in your heart with the form of God in your heart that you love. Jesus, Mary, Shiva, Ganesh, Ram, Buddha, whichever form of God. Allah, Om Namo Shiva. With a temple for a heart, there is no sadness in your lungs. There is no heavy thought in your head. All thoughts are full of being fearlessness as you see God in all the outcomes of your life, which are all grace of God. Om Namo Shiva. Past, present, and future, you're in an ocean of grace of God. You're totally fearless. You have a smile in your heart, and you're able to manage your life by not thinking of your own body, mind, intellect, but living for the good of others. Om Namo Shiva. Om Namo Shiva. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinam, Sarve Shanti Niraman, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kasyatu Te Bhavat. Om Triambakam Yajamane, Sugandhim Pushti Vardhanam, Urvaruknan Nityir Mamra. Om Purnamati Purnamade Purnat Purnamudachyate, Purnasya Purnameda Purnameva Vishishite. Om Shanti 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 Shanti. Hari Om Om Tat Sat. Hari Om. Till tomorrow. Tomorrow we have an tomorrow we will be having meditation in person in Toronto downtown for anyone who can join. So it is in downtown 25 Esplanade near the Union Station. If you can come, well, if not, you'll just join in remote. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Om Shanti 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 Shanti. Hari Om, Om Tat Sat. Hari Om.